All right, Coach, it seems like it's been a difficult decision, one you've agonized over. Why ultimately was UConn the right decision?
Yeah, I think just in your career as a coach, you have just like athletic directors have in their office drawer, the top couple coaches they'd like to hire if they ever had to fire their coach or if their coach moved on. I think coaches think the same way. And for me, growing up when I grew up, playing in the Big East and the power of the UConn brand, the four national championships, in all recent tradition and just the success that that program has operated at. To me, it's just one of the few places that I could have saw myself leaving Rhode Island for.
URI gave you a competitive offer more than they've ever offered you. Was their offer perhaps good enough to keep you, and were you surprised by the lengths to which they went to try to keep you?
Yeah, coming off this off season, it certainly, Monday night when I heard from Thor and into Tuesday, it was certainly more than I was expecting, especially, based on past off seasons. So URI really stepped up, to the plate, and made it a really hard decision. It probably was going to be, a relatively, easy decision once I was able to get over, the emotion of having lived in a place you've loved for 6 years and done amazing things. But in the end, it was just UConn for me represents something that I just couldn't pass up.
So safe to say Rhode Island and UConn, it came down to those two with Pitt a third choice?
Yeah, it was literally for me and just going back and forth and over it and knowing deep down inside what I had to do in the end, but it was just so hard to make that choice final. Having spent time in the state and the pride that people have had the last 2 years in the program, especially just how this whole thing has changed, just knowing that the impact of the decision I was going to make, the negative effect it was going to have on so many people was hard.
If they can continue, URI, to have the success you've brought them, will you look back fondly to say, hey, I helped start that thing for them to sustain it?
Yeah, it's set up now to succeed. You've got the young players in the program. You have more incredible young players coming in. Keeping continuity in the program, I think, is important. And the fan base has grown so much. The Ryan Center became an amazing college basketball atmosphere this year. I just think it's a program right now that's kind of running itself, and the greatest resource there is those players and making sure that they're comfortable and happy with the leadership and direction of the program, because those are the people that have made it special. Is being able to collect this group of players.
So it sounds like you would endorse David Cox to be your successor?
Dave has been as good. I have a hard enough time being a basketball coach. I can't play the role of athletic director or president of a school, but Dave was as good as an assistant as I've had since I've been at URI, and I've had some great ones. And he's had coaching material. He's been since the day he stepped foot on campus, and he has the leadership skills, the coaching ability. Obviously, there's no assistant that's made a bigger impact on recruiting in this program in my 6 years since I've been here. So, I think Dave would be not just a great head coach at URI. I think, Dave Cox would be a great coach at a lot of places.
Tomorrow, you'll get introduced in stores. You'll put on the UConn hat or hold up the jersey. A program you've long admired. You know Jim Calhoun very well. What's that going to be like?
You hope it takes away a little bit of the sting for today. You feel like you should be. Most people are texting me, "Amazing day," congratulations, or calling, and for some reason today it doesn't kind of feel that way for me. It feels more sad than exhilarating. I'm hoping that I get in there tomorrow and start this next chapter of my life, and hopefully bring some of the same excitement to UConn that I was able to bring here to Rhody.
15 or 20 years from now, you look back at the 6-year run. What is the signature win or game or practice or moment you'll remember?
Sorry. Man, I don't know. That's a tough one. There's so many. so many. I'd say, winning the A-10 championship in Pittsburgh, cutting down those nets, the elusive tournament berth. That was it's an amazing moment for the whole state, and TF Green that night. Pretty cool.